So I have literally just been sat getting ready. Just had a shower what time is it? 10 to 11 as JJ has just gone down for his first nap. And as I turned the TV on, they were discussing, I can't remember what they were discussing, but it got interrupted to say that Hazard's retired. Hazard is finished with football. Did his big fucking thank my fans, thank all the clubs I've played for, and all the rest of the garbage. And he's done. He's finished. Retired from football. And it's only just this second that I realised he never won the Champions League with Chelsea. Didn't realise that. For some reason, I thought he was in the Champions League winning team under Di Matteo. Yeah. Or did I think he was in the... He obviously wasn't in the Tuchel one. When did I think... I don't know. They said that he came the year after they won the Champions League, so I didn't realise he didn't win the Champions League with Chelsea, which to me is just like as if you needed any more validation or any more like justification that the difference between Hazard and Salah as players and even careers is just like you can't even compare. I don't feel maybe not careers because Hazard's won a lot of trophies and he's won big trophies, obviously. He's not played any major part in winning a European Cup, which is the biggest one. City fans, and maybe not now they've won it, and Chelsea fans definitely before they won it, but I don't think so anymore. Arsenal fans will tell you will lie to you and say that winning the league is the best, it's harder and blah, 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 but it's clearly not. Even just, if you just look at the stats or what of, I don't know exactly in Spain how many league titles, I could check now, but I can't really be asked. Let's just have a quick check. Let's say, while I'm checking, we'll do the English league. So let's think. Liverpool have won 19 league titles, 6 European Cups. United have won 20 league titles, 3 European Cups. Arsenal, how many league titles? I don't know. No European Cups. City are probably, on 7 or 8 league titles now? Maybe more, don't know. 1 European Cup. Chelsea, how many league titles? 2 European Cups. It's much harder to win the European Cup than it is to win the league. Let's have a look. Real Madrid, league titles. Why would it not just be there? 35 Ligas, 14 Champions Leagues. I mean, we can just completely ignore the first 5 Champions Leagues they won because they're just absolutely nonsense. So they've won 9 Champions Leagues, 35 La Ligas. Can't be arsed checking Barcelona's, but I imagine the La Ligas at Barcelona have won in the 20s, and they've won, 3, 4, 5 European Cups? How many European Cups have Barcelona won? A lot less. So factually, as I've just said, winning the European Cup is a lot harder than winning the league. And Salah won a European Cup, dragged us to 2 other finals, and realistically we'd have won in Kiev if he hadn't gone off injured. We were fucking dominating Madrid early on. It was like very one-sided, and we still give him a bit of a game if it wasn't for Karius without him. And at that time he was our like franchise superstar player, best player in the world. Well, that season obviously not. He isn't the best player in the world. I probably wasn't at any time because Ronaldo and Messi were still playing, but he had the best season of anyone that year by far and large as well. Like it wasn't even close, and he got dragged off after half an hour. So he would have won 2. He's won a league title. He's won FA Cup league titles. He won. Let's have a look at him. I really do need to start making notes for these, but I just feel like they're funnier without them. Let's have a look at his what honours Salah actually ended up winning. I have just been looking at Hazard's. Well, they were talking about him on Sky Sports News. Not career statistics. I want honours. Here we go. So the Swiss League, but that doesn't count. It does count, but I'm guessing Thingy won the Belgium League or whatever league he started off in. French League with Lille. No one cares about it. Did he win anything in Italy? No. So he's only really won things with Liverpool. African Cup Winner of Nations as well. Yeah, that counts because Hazard's been playing in would you call it the golden generation of Belgium. They've done nothing. Did they get to the quarter final? Got knocked out by Wales in the quarter final of Euros, which shouldn't have won, but they were definitely. I think they were favourites going into the tournament, weren't they? And he was involved in that side. Like he's done nothing at international level. Salah has took Egypt to a World Cup. He's got runner-up here of the African nations twice. Like even their internationals, what they've done at international level is just completely like miles ahead. Like Salah, to me. Obviously, so now it's said and done with Hazard, we can actually sit down and evaluate his career and evaluate how he was as a player. Salah's still going. Longevity is massive in football. People just seem to ignore it. It's like the Maradona versus Messi issue, and I say, how can you ignore longevity? Maradona was good for, 5 years? Maybe 5 years. And everyone goes, oh, well, he was a partyhead and all that. Well, he was a partyhead, but he was good for 5 years. Messi's been good for 2 decades. He's won the World Cup at, 35 is he now? 36? Maradona was finished at, 29. If that, 28, I don't know. Finished. Fully done with top-level football, while Messi was still competing for European Cups and going far in European competitions, winning international tournaments in his 30s. So it's like you can't. The two are they're not uncomparable, because obviously Maradona's a good player, but obviously Maradona's probably the second best player ever, but longevity in this sport matters massively. If you can keep doing what you're doing for years and years, then of course it matters. So how old? Have a look at Messi's Salah's age. So Salah's 31, yeah, and he's gonna turn. No, he's just turned 31. How old's Hazard? Oh, I'm obviously getting ill because the baby fucking came home from nursery yesterday. First thing I did, picked him up from nursery, put him in the car, and as I'm strapping in his baby chair into his car high chair, he goes coughs in my face. Been coughing all yesterday. Didn't sleep at all through the night. He woke up at 9:30. He woke up at 20 past 11, and I was awake for half an hour. Then I had to give him a bottle. Woke up at 2. Woke up at 4, and woke up at 5:30. And he woke up at 6:30. But I heard him crying a little bit. I woke up, looked at the time. It was 6:30, and I thought I'm just going to give him a couple of minutes to cry, see what he does. And he went back to sleep. So thank God. I'm fucking knackered. So I'll be ill on... Watch how ill I am when I do the Combat Weekly on Thursday, because I'm definitely doing one this week. Watch how ill I am, and I'm calling this on Monday. This is Tuesday now. Hazard 32, retired, finished. Salah is 31, so he's a year younger, and he will definitely be... He'll have another year with Liverpool, at least this season, and then could move to Saudi Arabia, would play 3 years in Saudi Arabia on mega money. Maybe not. Could even do 2 more years. You never know, but he's definitely nowhere near retirement, is he? He's not. He's 3 years away from retirement, 4 years away from retirement. Probably would end up going back to a Roma or I don't know, somewhere and play a couple of years, go back to Bale or whatever. Do you know what I mean? You could see him doing something somewhere for a couple of years. I can't imagine he's going to retire anywhere close to 30, 32 like what Hazard's done, and that's obviously because of injuries. And look how bad he was at Madrid. I feel like for people like me who never really rated Hazard as an unbelievable world class great player, he's obviously was always a very good player. Don't get me wrong. We were justified by his move to Madrid, because you've seen players go to Madrid and be swallowed up by Madrid, and what's going on here? Been swallowed up by Madrid. I'm waiting for an engineer to come, you see, to fix my washing machine, and he's just... I got an update then, and I wondered what was happening, but he's one job away from mine, so this has been 8 minutes. It cannot go over 15. I don't really know what else I've really got to say, to be honest. But yeah, obviously, like I said, longevity matters the most. Madrid, like I said, that's what I was up to. Madrid swallowed him whole, didn't it? He used to turn up overweight. He couldn't really get in shape. He couldn't keep up with the physical demands of playing for Real Madrid, especially under the coaches he was playing under. I think had he just gone there under Ancelotti, I think, because Ancelotti plays more with that's a bit of a cringy one, but vibes, and I feel like he's probably not the most strict in training. I don't know that. Maybe back in his day, but he doesn't seem to, doesn't come across as that way, whereas Zidane was. And who was the manager in between Zidane and Finger? Doesn't matter. But anyway, he got swallowed up by Madrid. He's done nothing there. That Champions League medal that he's managed to blag himself, he didn't even come on in the final. Did he contribute anything to get Madrid to the final? Probably maybe played the last group game when they were already through or something. Don't really even need to check it, because he's done nothing. Did nothing. Didn't and couldn't drag a Chelsea tie. Probably other than... because I was going to go stupid then and say that every Chelsea side that Hazard played for is better than every Liverpool side that Salah's played for, but that's just ridiculous, because the team that won the Champions League and then won the Premier League the year after is just one of the best. That's another one. It's hard to say it now because we fell off, and I do believe in longevity, so it's hard to say that's one of the best sides ever, because we got 2.5, 3 years of dominance out of it, actual dominance. So it's hard to say it was one of the best sides ever, but it's definitely one of the best Premier League sides. Look at the year we won the league. That like it was a team that played massively on like emotion and momentum. We've always been a momentum side under Klopp. Like, I feel like when we start rolling, we just keep rolling. And the break and COVID killed us, finished us. Absolutely killed us. So we'd have broke every record that year. We didn't we win? What was it like? How many did we? I know we drew with United, but until we lost to Watford, how many wins out of it with one draw? Was it like fucking 28, 20 something wins with one draw? Like ridiculous standards of consistency. Considering we got like 107 points out of 109 available, if you count the back end of the season before, like one of the best Premier League sides of all time. But it's hard to put it in up there with all-time great teams because we only got like 2.5 seasons out of it. But yeah, back to Salah and Hazard. I find the comparisons not just like, I find them like ridiculous, like mad, crazy. I don't understand how they can even be close. Hazard was a good / great player who played in good sides and won a few trophies. Salah is like I'm not a stat. Everyone knows I am not a stat nerd, but look at the numbers. Like, Salah is one of the best players to play in this league. Not in the world. He's not one of the best players to ever play football, but he's a top 10, top 5. Can't roll him off the top of my head, but you'd say Salah's a top 15, top 10 player that's ever played in the Premier League, wouldn't you? Top 20, definitely top 20, top 15. Hazard's not top 15 player that's ever played in the Premier League. Are you fucking mad? He's not even probably top 5 that's played for Chelsea. If you sat and worked it out. No, I wouldn't say. John Terry, Petr Cech when he was the best goalkeeper in the world at the time. Drogba, I know didn't start too well, but Drogba, Essien, best defensive midfielder in the world for a couple of years. Makelele wasn't probably his best. Lampard, obviously, like, there's 6 players you can pick your bones about who were better. I think Robin was better than Hazard. Well, I don't know. I did argue with someone and then they give me some interesting, like, I said I didn't think Robin was better than Hazard. I said I thought Hazard, and then they came back with things for, like, arguing for Robin, so I was kind of like, yeah, maybe I agree. But there's a few players anyway that I think were better than Hazard for Chelsea. Ashley Cole as well, sorry. Best left back Premier League history. So there's another player that was better than Hazard at Chelsea. So he's not even one of the best players to play at Chelsea. Salah's one of the best players ever to put on a Liverpool shirt in our history, and one of the best Premier League players of all time, ever. The difference in the two players is night and day, and it's not a knock on Hazard. He's better than most players that have played in England. He's a very, I say, wasn't a great player. He wasn't an elite player to me, but he was a great player. But he also, another thing as well. So I didn't know this statistic until I seen it like when all the fallout was happening, and when we talked about it on the live chat, and someone said Hazard went a full calendar year without scoring a goal. And I know we've spoke about this on the live chat. A full calendar year without scoring a goal. Do you know how bad that is for like an attacking winger in them Chelsea sides? I don't know which year it was. And was it I'm guessing it was the year when he just Chelsea fans look so fondly on him, and they all love the sport. I don't know what the relationship is with Mourinho at the time, but Hazard fully fucked off a year under Mourinho. The year Mourinho, when we beat him 3-1, one of Klopp's first big wins, Benteke scored and Coutinho scored twice. That was one of the sickest away days in London ever. Hazard fully down-tooled, fully just shut up shop and just decided he wasn't playing for Mourinho all season, all year. And then Mourinho got sacked and he still didn't pick it up. I don't know if that was the year that if he had that season and went a calendar year without scoring, then he's a fucking disgrace. And I don't know why why he even gets mentioned in the same breath as Salah. But if that coincides and they're the same, it was a calendar year and the season that covered the calendar year was the Mourinho year, then obviously even then that's still bad. How do you go a calendar year without scoring? How do you, no matter how bad Liverpool were, and I don't know if the manager situation changed and Salah hated the manager, could you ever think for a second that Salah would down tools on a manager? He would maybe engineer a move, but I couldn't imagine him ever down tools. I just don't see that he's that sort of player. He's a stroppy bastard and he moans a lot and like he's a bit selfish at times, but I could never imagine him down tooling on Liverpool, whereas Hazard down tooled on Mourinho and Chelsea by default of down tooling on Mourinho, down tooled on Chelsea. Couldn't be asked for a season, most of a season. Well, pretty much the whole season. Couldn't be asked. Simply couldn't bothered. Never dragged Chelsea to a European Cup. Was not part of Madrid European Cup side at all. I just don't see how they're comparable. And this now says your engineer is like I can see on the satellite that updates every 12 seconds, and he is not far from mine. So I'm going to end this video. Everyone, I'm going to just put this out now, and it can just come out because it's the news that's out now. I think I've got to get in a scab there. No, the other side. Is that a scab? I have just shaved. Don't know what it is. Yeah, everyone watched the live chat, episode 5, chatted about... Elam did his come back with his questions. We talked a little bit about the story of me going to his. Talked about that weirdo, the weird family, the family, however they call themselves. Why is it the family? Is that their surname? The family. The family, anyway. What else did we talk about? Liverpool, Brighton. We talked about Arsenal, the title race, City, red cards, VAR, refs. A lot of... like, for some reason, just there was a lot of man versus different animal fights. Just talked about a lot of shit and it was good. This is going to come out today. I've done a 2-part last chance use. So the thing is, when I'm in the mood for doing videos, now I'm going to stockpile videos because some weeks I just cannot be arsed, like doing them, like the last week and stuff. I just can't be arsed, and they're still not great to do these ones where you sit talking to a camera. Like they're not good, especially not just. This is alright because I'm just talking about something current that I feel like I can just rattle off, but usually you need to be stoned, or the watch-alongs are good pissed. I don't know why, but they're just more fun, they're more enjoyable. I suppose everything's more enjoyable when you're stoned or pissed, but you can't be stoned or pissed all the time. So these like sober just videos are just a bit... still awkward to me talking into a camera. We've still got it's not happening today, it should have been happening today, but I think we're going to have another chat tonight, and then I'm going to none of us have done it, but I need to sort my arse out and get this weekly Football Tuesday podcast with the 3 other lads going. We just need to get the graphics right and stuff. But I think we're gonna have another talk on the phone tonight. So because we did gel well and it was good and that, so that'll be coming out. Let's say fingers crossed next weekend. Definitely this month. That'll definitely come out in October at some point. I did say mid to late October, so that's definitely coming out this month. I was going to release both parts of the NFL video this week, but I think I'm going to release... Well, I will release both. I think I'll release part 1 on... See, I got told to stop just releasing shit all the time and at mad times. And even though I'm not asked about that, and I still will, sometimes you need to not suffocate videos with another video. So, the live chat's out now, and then you want the live chat to people to watch the live chat and not fuck it off for something else. So, I do kind of understand that, but I'm also, not really that arsed at the minute. So, this will come out today. When you finish, go and watch a live chat, because even though the first 20 minutes are abysmal, it does kick on at the end. And it's the longest, weirdly, considering our first 5 minutes, I'm literally saying I'm going to put this off and do it tomorrow. And that would have been yesterday. And then Louis and a few other people in the comments saying, nah, do it now. Or maybe even just Louis in the comments saying, do it now. And I did it. It lasted the longest of any live chat, so other than the actual watch-along. So yeah, go and watch a live chat. Combat Weekly will be out Thursday evening, so everyone can consume it in work on Friday. No watch along this week because there's no boxing or UFC, is there? And Sunday will be the live chat. So yeah, see you soon.